Alright. Okay, so this has started recording. That's cool. Um, so hopefully I got this video about right before I start publishing. Uh, I did post a video the other day just talking about, like I said, average player in Destiny. Uh, and the background is just me going over some stuff and talking about like the items that are in the game. As you can see, I'm just circling through the items here. Talking about stuff that we really don't use and was uh, we don't use them. They're useless items. Uh, Scavenger's Boon, we don't really use that. The Rainmakers, we don't really use that. We get Glimmer. Do when you're doing videos and you at work too. So answer is, I know this kind of sucks. I wish I could pause this video. Say, hey, average player. I'm not making videos every day, but I did want to get this out. Um, with the items and stuff we don't use, and right here at Banshee, uh, you know, we don't use the uh, what is it? The weapon telemetries. We don't use those. I mean, you get more by putting to upgrade Banshee is with weapon parts. So what do we got weapon telemetries for? It is really taking up space. Um, what else? Uh, yeah, me talking about it is. You can see like our glimmer. Uh, our glimmer maxes out. Bungie, you want us to be, well, you want Destiny to be a true RPG MMO. Uh, maxes out with Glimmer. You're giving us 250,000. I mean, that's the in-game inventory, in-game currency, along with Bright does. Because I was talking about that too in the video. Um, let us have more ways to get Bright does, since it's an in-game currency. It shouldn't be as rare as it is. Uh, we did used to get it from deleting ships and Ghosts, but then that got took away. So we get that from no more of that. We used to get it from I think shaders too, some of the shaders, but now we don't get it that way. Uh, uh, Legendary shards, it's an abundance that we can get those. Let us be able to use those more places. Right here, I'm talking about what's that? What was I talking about right here? Oh, the upgrade. Uh, Upgrade cost. Upgrade cost is cool that we can use cores and stuff for weapons. Um, I was thinking about like having more customization with weapons. You can add another perk slot. Instead of 4, give us 5. You know, that's more customization. These mods down at the bottom, the masterwork uh, stat, let us be able to pick that. Let us be able to masterwork whichever masterwork we want. Like if we want a reload masterwork, we can put a reload masterwork mod in there. If we want range, we can put a range masterwork mod in there. If we want, you know, you get it. If we had that customization, yes, we're still gonna farm the weapon because we want certain perks. Um, this was me showing the non-hunger in the same way. Is just how we got anti-barrier mods on there. Leave that in one spot. Put another mod perk right next to it. To where if we want anti-barrier but boss more damage to bosses or more damage to majors or taking spec or rampage spec or something like that, let us be able to put that on there and mod out our weapons. The slot that's right here that it says how many people you killed. That's I consider it useless. It's probably a couple people out here in the community that's we're really not monitoring how many people we kill and how many enemies we kill with the weapon. So, I mean, just cosmetic wise, I mean, it can go onto like a what was it, like an emblem or something like that to say, hey, you killed this many people with auto rifles and stuff like that. Just say 900 is auto rifle. But if we had, like, if we masterwork it, let this fifth slot be a masterwork slot. We know the masterwork is going to give us orbs. We can make orbs on multi kills. But when we masterwork a weapon, let's get a fifth slot to put other perks in. These perks right here, that's cool. We can still farm it out to get this random perks. Even the fifth slot will change. All that'll be random. You can leave that as being random. But we should be able to pick our masterwork. We should be able to have a mod here for something and another mod. That would just give some more customization, I think, in the weapons. Um, a lot of the items we don't use, as far as planetary materials, even though I know we're losing 4 planets, but we're going to gain uh, Europa, which is probably going to have planetary materials on it. We're going to gain the Cosmodrome, which is probably going to have, planetary materials on it. Besides what's already on Earth, it's probably going to be a different. Probably not. Probably just be some more. Probably different. But uh, let us be able to do something with those. And, you know, add vendors to the game. Access more vendors. You have vendors running on a server right now. It's in the game. You got it in D1. Like those vendors are still running. I couldn't get no D1 video because for some reason it kept kicking me out. But you run the faction guys, you know, Dead Orbit, Future War Code, New Monarchy. They're still running. They still have an inventory. They're in D2, but they're just taking up space. You can't interact with them. Nothing. Give them something. Give them an inventory. Give them a rotating inventory with random roll anything. Uh, put more vendors on, the different planets. Put more vendors on Earth. Uh, you know, make a cabal vendor that we're going to talk to. I mean, RPGs. There's vendors of different races, even some of the races that you be fighting. Because it could be like a cabal serving to uh, Callus. Callus like money. He has gold and all this other stuff. Let somebody be out there. Callus got a bunch of it. He got Vex. He got Cabal. He got Taken, and then tried to teach him, but he got all the stuff with him. Let it be like a Cabal vendor on Earth sitting somewhere. Hopefully, I can get to the video in this one. Is that what is it? It is a bunch of space in the tower. Like the tower has empty space that you can put uh, vendors in. Like a lot of this stuff is empty space. There's nothing there. Um, and that's kind of what I'm in green something. Some stuff right here is just that it's empty space. Ikor, give her inventory. She's just an NPC sitting there right now. She has nothing. Shaxx and Zavala, they just have bounties. Give them inventory. I think it is coming up that Shaxx and Zavala are going to get some kind of inventory or a weekly bounty, but give them some more stuff. Think RPG. I mean, you can say World of Warcraft, but I've never played that personally. But I played Final Fantasy. I played pretty much all the Final Fantasies. Shit, even Resident Evil was kind of getting into the mode of RPG because they have a vendor that you meet. You can even get weapons and stuff on there and upgrades. Um, Sword Art Online, that's one. Fantasy Star Online, that's another one. Uh, Skies of Arcadia, that's an older one. Somebody need to come out with that again. I mean, I would like to play that again. Upgraded version, yes, but uh, like this, I'm looking at Earth right for government that let it be some kind of vendors on this planet, on Earth. Uh, Not only that, the farm up here in the right hand corner, the farm has spots for vendors, and it does not have to be the vendors that's on the tower. You can leave the Cryptarch there, you can leave the vault there, but if they are scavenging and all this stuff and trying to survive out here uh, away from everybody, let them have let them have something there. If we get materials off of Earth, that'd be a good spot to get rid of them. I mean, that'd be a good spot to have some random armor. You can have missions or something like that, or you can go in there and say, "Hey, you get this weekly armor, and it has a phenomenal God roll armor piece once a week or something like that." You go in there, and it's automatically stat wise 70 total, but it's random. We're not just gonna have you know, it could be 70 all day. You bought it out, you got 80, you masterwork it, it's at 90, 95. But, if it's not good, players are not going to use it anyway. But if they get a good roll to go in there, that's a good thing to do. Um, I think that's about it because I don't know how far this video is going. And I gotta get it to switch too. But that's, I'm like getting off track. Like right here, I know that was supposed to be the what was that, the traveler's apartment or something like that. You know, give us as the guardian apartments. Some RPGs got way you got your own uh, base. Fabled, that's another one too that just came to mind. Uh, that spot right there in the tower, there's nothing there, but it could be a vendor there. You got kiosks and stuff in D1. You got exotic kiosks, you got exotic armors, but we don't need that because we can reacquire our exotics once we get them. So that's good. You don't have to have a kiosk for weapons or nothing like that or armor. Um, we could just you know reacquire it. These mods, some of the mods we don't use. I mean, but right now we can't use those because those are older ones. Um, but if it was a mod vendor, we have mod components, and we really don't use mod components in the game. I mean, a season come out and say, Banshee has some new mods, and once we buy the mods, then our mod components is not using. Uh, this spot down in the tower right here, uh, that's an empty spot. You can put a vendor right there. This is supposed to be the bazaar, so you are supposed to be able to buy stuff and purchase items in here. Give that spot a something to buy. Let us be able to buy stuff in the bazaar. We really just walk through there. That's it. The New Monarchy guy is in there, and we can't interact with him. Ikora is in there, and we cannot interact with her. Uh, I know Beyond Light coming up, and I already got mine, pre-ordered and all that. I'm just it's not even pre-ordered. It's paid for. I'm waiting on it. And right here, I was just thinking, uh, something like armor, maybe even though we get 10 energy, maybe we should get more, something like that. Like uh, you get 15 energy or you get 12 or something like that like we masterworking it, and even though it's giving us just 10 and a boost to our stats and stuff like that, um, that's good. But it seems like I know it's just a part of picking how we want to play anyway. But that was just like something if we got a little bit more energy than just 12, or the energy cost had got um, minused out, but I still like it. I still like it anyway in that category. It may can be tweaked just a little bit, but it is a cool thing. The thing with masterworking, um, you have to put an ascendant chart to get masterwork. We have two things to actually get ascendant charts. That is, um, what was it? Nightfall, and if you go flawless in trials. Even though Nightfall has two things, I'm counting that as one activity, because that's one activity. It's a high-end activity, but it's still one activity. I mean, you do a raid, there should be some kind of mechanic in there to get a ascendant chart in there. Um, right here, I'm just looking at the mods, especially like the Fallen mods. Uh, right now, you can only get them in Scourge of the Past in one activity, but the Hive mods was in Crown of Sorrow, but you can get them from Menagerie. See, you was able to acquire those mods in two spots. The Fallen mods should be able to reacquire them from a different spot too. Uh, that's just what I was looking right here in the video about. Um, but yeah, just like if we get what is that? A masterwork item. We do an activity, get a pinnacle drop. And let's say this pinnacle drop comes as a masterwork piece of armor. And those guardians say, hey, it's a masterwork piece of armor. It's highlight. Do I want to use it? Only one or two things I will do to that piece of armor. Either I'm going to infuse it to make my armor stronger, or you pretty much just raise my light level if I don't like the stats on it. And then if it's not going to raise my light level and I don't like the stats, I'm going to dismantle it. And if I dismantle it, and I should receive a ascendant shard from it. Right now you only get prisms and cores, but you have to put an ascendant shard in there to get one. It seems like you should, if you dismantle it, that should be something you should get from it too. Uh, I know this video is probably gonna be a little long. I'm sorry because I had a phone call being at work and stuff. Uh, but that's what I was just thinking about. So uh, uh, can you like, subscribe, if you like the video. Um, if not, I am going to stream Beyond Light when it comes out. I probably stream some more stuff. Uh, just coming out here just might just be some live videos or something, or just me doing some stuff on the game and stuff like that. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, if anybody got any questions, put them down there. I try to answer them. If you feel the same way that we need vendors and some other stuff in the game to do, put it out here. Let's call Bungie out. Oh, right here. I'm saying that those doors might open. We know we got something new in the game. The doors that look like that, with the gold symbol on the white doors, have opened. So it might open. Any of that. Peace.